Learn English naturally. Most of us know intuitively that the best way is to learn English naturally. Yet, so many students still choose to use unnatural, ineffective, old methods of learning, and they continue to be frustrated. Why is it so scary for some students to switch to natural, effortless methods? The answer, of course, is our education system. All over the world, we have an industrial, factory style of education. Students sit passively, memorizing information through boring rote. They listen passively to lectures and take notes. Anyone who understands the brain and how we learn knows that this factory education system is extremely ineffective. Learning in school is totally unnatural. So why are we taught this way? Because the central role of school is not to feed our minds, but to teach us to follow the rules and train us to be obedient employees. That's the sad truth. In fact, in some countries, some education officials in the government openly admit that they don't care if students develop English fluency. In Japan, for example, many officials say that the purpose of English class is not to learn English, but instead to train students to be more disciplined. In other words, these officials believe that students become stronger by forcing themselves to memorize useless and boring information. It's no surprise that few Japanese students become fluent English speakers, unless they learn English outside of the school system. Of course, Japan is not the only country with such a system. Very few school systems teach English naturally. What's even sadder is that private English conversation schools are strongly influenced by the government school systems. And so, in these private conversation schools, they still use textbooks, drills, and grammar memorization as their primary methods. To learn English naturally, you must leave the education system completely and become an independent learner. You must choose a listen-first method and focus most of your energy and time on listening to understandable English. Listening is the foundation of natural English learning. It is the core skill, and you must master it before you focus on anything else. This does not mean, however, that you must be alone. While focusing on listening, you can still join an English learning community and communicate with other members. In our Effortless English Club, for example, members communicate on our forums and by talking to each other on Skype. They focus their study time on listening, but they still enjoy speaking and writing to each other socially. This natural learning community is fun, friendly, and energetic, the opposite of most school classrooms. There is no pressure, just friendly encouragement and support. This is the natural way to learn, easily, effortlessly, socially, and independently. This is the way children naturally learn before they enter school. This is the way our brains are naturally designed for fastest and best learning. So there is nothing to fear. It is time. Leave the old education system. Let it go. Let go of the pressure, the stress, the fear, and the boredom. Become a natural, independent learner and learn English faster, more easily, and more enjoyably.